Thanks for joining me again. I'm Ryan, your host of Whiskey and Watchers. Tonight, third show of the night, I have been comparing Wild Turkey Rare Breed. That's right here. You can see it in the background. Fantastic. One of my favorite bottles. Favorite might be an overstatement. One of my favorite bottles you find on the shelf every day. I enjoy it. If you've seen my show, I've done quite a few reviews on it, comparisons. And it seems to always win. It's always my favorite of whatever I'm drinking with it that night. But tonight, it was defeated. On the other end, I'm drinking James E. Pepper Barrel Proof, and I honestly enjoy that more than I do the Rare Breed. So, check out the James E. Pepper Barrel Proof. It's delicious. Should be about $64 on the shelf. It's not going to be released all the time. We actually just ran out at Sam's Liquor and Smoke Shop in Baser. We are out of it on the shelf right now because, and it's a recent phenomenon. I talked about it in my last show. Have a guy that me and him have very similar bourbon flavor taste, and he told me about it. And you know what? I bought one that night, and I've been recommending it ever since. Thus, we are out of it, and we have some on back order, but it's not something that they are able to stock. Our vendor is able to stock at all times, so I'll definitely let you know when that comes back in. But it is absolutely delicious. I'm gonna try to think of some other things that it reminds me of, so that way you're not too scared to buy it. Like I said, if you like Wild Turkey Rare Breed, you're going to like the James E. Pepper Barrel Proof. I mean, it is bold. If you're I enjoy the smooth. This probably is not going to be your cup of tea. But if you enjoy bold flavors, if you just enjoy the pop that good bourbons give you, this is high on my recommendation list, so make sure you go grab some. The only thing I've been able to think of that it reminds me of, which has been a long time since I drank it, so it might not be a great comparison, but it reminds me of E.H. Taylor, the single barrel and the small batch. Those are both very, from my recollection, those were both bold and just delicious, and they're impossible to find. So this is something that is way more readily available, even though it's not an everyday item per se. I can't imagine a liquor store actually hiding it like they will the E.H. Taylor or whatnot, for their regular customers. We have a shelf spot for it, and right now it's empty, but soon to be filled. I'll keep you informed on when we do get that back in. God, I'm trying to think of some other things it reminds me of that I've tried. I've tried a lot. That's the problem. Tried so many. Had the fortune of trying a lot. And I'd like to give something. Like I said, you like Rare Breed, definitely give it a try. But I'd like to give... Let me try to think of something else. So the Rare Breed's down here. I enjoy the hell out of it. But I'll try to give you a little better comparison of something on the shelf, because, I mean, depending on where you live in Kansas, there's no E.H. Taylor around. It's one of the harder bottles to find. Doesn't matter which one it is. They're all impossible to find. Hopefully that's not long term, but yeah, I've been basically the booze buying manager at Sam's Liquor and Smoke Shop in Baser for 1.5 years now, and we've never gotten a bottle of it. Not one single bottle of E.H. Taylor has come through our store. and we have a big selection of bourbon. And very soon we're going to have a lot bigger social media presence for Sam's. Facebook, we're probably going to get on a few other social medias, and I'm going to be the one that is going to hopefully be the one doing a lot of the videos. I'm also going to let people know that we do a bourbon tasting. I do a bourbon tasting up there personally every Friday from 4 to 6. And if you're following us on Facebook, see 1 and 3 plus those 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So start following us on Facebook, and you'll be able to see what bottles I'm going to be tasting on Friday. I'm also going to give you a little more insight into our store in terms of what we have on the shelf, what are some of my favorite bottles. Just check it out. And I believe it's Sam's Liquor and Smoke Shop on Facebook, so go ahead and subscribe to that. I don't even know. I'm not on Facebook, so I guess you subscribe to it. Follow us, whatever it may be. And you'll get some insight from me. Hopefully you'll see what's on our shelf. Hopefully, if there's a bottle you want to try that I'm going to be doing a tasting on a Friday, and you see, hey, he's going to be doing it this Friday, come up and see me. You get to try it before you buy it. So at some point I'll have a link, I think. Our social media manager, I discussed some of the options with her today, and only being on YouTube and not Facebook or Twitch or Instagram or anything else, I'm not sure how all those link together or whatnot, so she's going to be doing that. But hopefully you'll get a link from my Whiskey and Washer YouTube page, and vice versa. Our Facebook page will also have links to my show, because I do, 99.9% of the bottles I've tasted on my Whiskey and Washer show have come from Sam's Liquor and Baser. So that way you know, hey, I can get it there. You know what I'm saying? You see something that you see me review, and you're like, oh man, I think I'd like that, Ryan. Where can I get it? Well, I get my bottles there, and hopefully you come up and see me, and then we'll make sure one of those bottles gets in your hand that night and in your mouth that evening. So start checking that out. Hopefully I'll have some updates and some links, and just get more bourbon talk, more information. I love to teach what I know. I also love to learn. So if you're a big bourbon person, man, at any time hit me up on my YouTube page. I don't know if I'm going to have access to our Facebook page, but there will be links to both. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So check that out. But I'll tell you what, that pepper, that James E. pepper, oh God, it is. I mean, it is just absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely adore it. I've never had any other pepper products. This is the only one I've ever tried, and it definitely makes me intrigued to try some of their other stuff. They are out of Lexington, Kentucky. They have their own distillery. It is 100% their own juice, and I respect that. They're not sourcing any of it. So, and I've never met anybody. I talk to a lot of people daily, and I honestly can't remember anybody ever visiting their distillery or anything. So, kind of a hidden gem, you might say, and gem it is. I'll tell you what. Wild Turkey Rare Breed, which I'm drinking down here, It's one of my absolute favorites that you can just find every day at almost every liquor store. And I like the James E. Pepper Barrel Proof just a touch more. But I will say, if you are a rare breed fan, definitely check out 9, 10. Definitely check out the James E. Pepper Barrel Proof. It is, God, it's nice, man. It's bold. It's not overly bold. I'm getting a lot more rye out of, well, not a lot more, but I'm definitely noticing the rye from the rare breed a little bit more than the pepper. But it's still popping. The punch I just love at 108 proof. So I recommend it. I recommend it, man. God, it's good. It's good. What does it remind me of besides rare breed that you can find on the shelf? Well, that's a fantastic question. I gotta give. I've been out here third show of the day, and I still haven't come up with anything besides rare breed, which I also thought of E.H. Taylor, but how many of you have actually ever gotten a chance to try E.H. Taylor? That's the problem. Yeah, if you like E.H. Taylor, you're gonna like James E. Pepper. Well, who the hell knows if I like E.H. Taylor, whether it be the small batch or the single barrel. So that's a horrible comparison, Ryan. Let me give you something better. 1 in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I was at 44, 9 plus 9 is 53. And that's game. I shoot till I get to 50 points. At this point, the washers have been very secondary tonight. Haven't been shooting very good. Very focused on the bourbon. With my right mind, I should be, because I'm drinking 2 fantastic bottles. So before I leave, what does James E. Pepper Barrel Proof remind me of? I'm thinking of bottles on our shelf. But I've got to think of something that you can dang near find. So something's gonna come to me. So not quite Baker's. Baker's is a little more bold. Oh man, I haven't shown my bonsai tree in a while. That's right, bonsai. We'll give you a little view of that while I soothingly talk to you about what James E. Pepper Barrel Proof reminds me of. That you can find on the shelf besides rare breed. That way, if you know you like this, you're probably almost certainly going to like James E. Pepper. What comes to mind? Ooh. So, that's not a great comparison. But honestly, let's think about this. So, it's given me a lot of familiar flavors to some of the Heaven Hill products. Think your, say, Heaven Hill 7-year, which actually is a shelf item in Kansas now. You can find that at Sam's Liquor in Smoke Shop in Baser every day. I'm always going to have that on the shelf. It's one of my favorites. It's a little bolder than that. The Heaven Hill is going to be slightly smoother, but just imagine Heaven Hill with just a little more bold of a taste. That's a pretty good comparison, if I do say so myself. And I have never had any other pepper products besides this one. That's what I'm drinking, barrel proof. Let me show you the bottle. Maybe I'll put this up next to the bonsai tree. That way you can, there you go. So that's what it looks like on the shelf. A little easier to read when you have juice in it. Yeah, I've almost drank it all. God, it's delicious. But honestly, So if you like Heaven Hill, but you also like a little bolder, a little more bite, definitely check out the James Pepper Barrel Proof. I guess that's all. Man, I need to really go through my Rolodex of bourbons I've tried, which is ridiculously extensive. Trying to think what's on my bar, oh God. Well, and trying to think, like, it reminds me of so many allocated products that are hard to get, and I don't want to compare it to that because it's too hard to find those stupid things. But Rare Breed for sure. A little bit like Heaven Hill 7-year, just a little bolder, a little more bite. Just long lasting. It's just delightful. So, yeah, definitely. If those two bottles, if you like both those bottles, Rare Breed and Heaven Hill 7-year, check out the Pepper. That's a perfect comparison. Because Heaven Hill is going to be a little smoother at a 7-year than the Rare Breed. Also because the Rare Breed's got a lot of rye in it coming from the Wild Turkey. And if you like both of those, check out the James Pepper. $64.99 on the shelf, at least up at Sam's. We are currently out of it. It's not an everyday product we can get our hands on, but I'll tell you what, I will for sure let you know when we get it back on the shelf on this page. And also check out Sam's Liquor and Smoke Shop Facebook page. We're going to have some links here pretty soon. I'll also let you know on that page when we get that product back in, because it is 100% worth it. So check it out. Thanks for checking me out today. You know what? I'm probably going to have 1 or 2 more shows in me. So stay tuned. Keep drinking bourbon. And just enjoy it. Enjoy the chase. Enjoy the flavor. Enjoy everything about it. And hopefully I can help you find bourbons you enjoy. And if not, come out and see me out here. I'm in Stillwell, Kansas. Seriously, come out and see me. I'll play in washers. I'll supply the bourbon. You can be on my page. And almost no chance you beat me. At Washers. That's for damn sure. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon.